Hey guys, what is up? This is Josiah. I'm going to be playing some Clash Royale today. This is my first video. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to make a couple different decks, and they're going to be just basically some annoying decks that you'll face, and then I'm going to show you a couple counters to those decks. And oh, that's just a messing around deck. I was doing that with my friend. I was telling him I could beat him with all spells, and I did. So here's a version of an annoying deck. Most people will probably have that. Probably pack a double prince, and then probably minion horde too. So this is a pretty common deck. It can just be used with a variety of different ways. Maybe not the wizard, but probably the elixir pump. Yeah. So that right there is just a basic Royal Giant double prince deck, and I've tried the big P.E.K.K.A. and it doesn't really work as well, but that's okay. And I'm gonna put a cannon in here because you always need a defense. I always seem to find that useful. And yeah, let's jump into a battle. Okay guys, so I am not one of the top players in the world. I'm just Arena 7. Hit him up with a good luck. And I always start off with my elixir pump. Now it is risky to start off with an elixir pump if you don't have a cannon, but I have a dark prince and arrows right after that, so it's pretty safe. This guy's playing pretty defensive, so I'm just gonna get a push going here. Now there's a huge elixir commitment, so I gotta make sure I get a push off that, because otherwise it's a waste. And it looks like I'll get a good push off that. Looks like I'll get a little bit of damage on the tower. Nice. Okay, so that's a pretty fair trade. He had to defend that. Let's see. Let's put a cannon here and then put an elixir pump down. And the key to this deck is basically having enough elixir to do the double prince. Oh, he has an elixir pump too. And then basically you can just throw your Royal Giant whenever. Some people start it right off the bat and scare people. I'm going to put it right there, followed by a minion horde, and let's see what he does. Okay, so that's a pretty good counter, because it will distract him, but I'm going to wait, and there it is. I know he had the minion horde. Well, I didn't know, I guess I just assumed. Most people have the minion horde barbs or skeleton army, and I think this guy has barbs too, so it was a little risky of me. I'm going to play the elixir pump back there, because I know he can't really get anything with that skeleton spawner. So let's see. Tombstone, that's what it is. Probably should push this side. And I know he has arrows, so I'm going to try to make him use it without me actually pulling my minion horde out. But it doesn't look like we can do that. We don't have enough. We don't have enough of a push there for him to drop his arrows. But that's okay. We're going to throw a dark prince on this side, cannon up here, and a Royal Giant right there. Okay, now this is a fairly good push, and as long as I get these guys, I can get at least one good shot off that. Yep, there we go. That's what I needed. I don't really like winning this way, but it's 2 arrows away from winning, so if I can arrow that twice, that would be a win. It's a little bit of a cheap way to win, but whatever you get to be able to win, I would never suggest otherwise. Ooh, I missed the elixir pump there. That's okay. It actually might be 3 arrows. And I have to place my minion horde because he had one, and I didn't arrow it. I'm going to use the Royal Giant as a defense, maybe take out that Goblin Hut, and then just try to cycle back through my cards. Now he does have a pretty nasty push there, but my Dark Prince should be able to do some good splash damage. As well as this Prince right here. I'm going to arrow there. Now let's see. Okay, gotta keep up with that. Don't want to lose that. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to drop my cannon in a really bad position. Really bad position. But now I just have to tank it out, and I'll win with arrows, and I'll hit him up with a well played. Good game. And that's a pretty annoying deck. I happen to use it sometimes. Ooh, golden chest. Okay. But yeah, that's a deck you might face up here at Arena 7. Maybe even Arena 6 if they've hit 7 and they got the Dark Prince, because I just got the Dark Prince. Oh, it wasn't this day, but one of the days it showed up on my Epic Sunday, or maybe it was in a free chest. But and as you guys see, I did get a magical chest, and that was today, so that was pretty exciting. I'm hoping, although I'm very doubtful, I'm hoping to get a legendary out of that. There's 5 legendaries, and I have none of them, but that's okay. Okay, so another annoying deck you might face is the Golem deck. Now, the Golem deck can be played very differently, but most people do Golems, probably Barbs, and Spear Goblins. But some people also, what they do with it, they have Freeze and the Witch or the Wizard. So I'm going to put the Wizard and the Witch in here. And if you guys play Clash of Clans, you'll notice this. You'll see this as a Go Wee Wee, and it is a little bit expensive. So where's my Witch? So I'm going to have to level that out. Probably with a cannon. Oh, what did I do? Which... Okay, so that's a pretty expensive deck, guys. Probably can't do that expensive. Probably going to have to do something like this. And I need arrows. And you know what? I could probably just replace the skeletons and put a zap. So that's a pretty annoying deck right there, too. My clan's doing in battle. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see if we can get a win with this and see if we can annoy some people. Okay, so we're up against, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, maybe I will, Gunovenadahai. And he is from Bubat Stronger. Good luck. Okay, I'm going to start off with my Golem, and I don't have a pump in this deck. Some people would put a pump in. I decided not to. I decided to have the arrows instead of the pump, or the zap, whichever. But some people really like the pump. I am one of those people on certain decks, but on this deck, I feel like you don't really need to. So I'm going to try... Ooh, he has a Witch too. Okay. So I try to let my Golem stay up there, and I try to not let anything touch my Wizard, but every time I play a Wizard deck, they always have Barbs, and I hate it so much. Or the Valkyrie. That's almost worse. Well, that's okay. I'm going to try to see if I can get those. Come on, come on. Oh, okay, so I just got one of them. That stinks. Okay, so it's a pretty fair trade. I am a level 9, guys. I just hit that recently, and that means I am a little more at an advantage. But yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm not sure if he has the spawner deck yet, or if he's just using the Goblin spawner. Some people just use the Goblin Hut. Basically either as a trick or just to get a little bit of damage, because think about it, they get like what, 40 hits, like 40 hit points, yeah, something like that, 45, 46. And if you can have one and they don't actually defend it, look how much they've done to my tower. So some people use that. I've never been in to the spawners at all, really, not even the furnace. When that came out, I was sort of excited, but sort of a letdown. I didn't really get into it that much. And I'm going to be ready for the freeze spell here just to get the musketeer. I got to zap that tower. Ooh, I missed it. That's okay. So I did take out one of his spawners, but he has a push coming, and as you see, that left side is not exactly a fair trade. Let's see, I'm probably going to have to put a cannon here, and to fix, or to kill those barbs, I'm going to have to get a wizard up here, which means I'm going to have to play a golem up front, which I don't necessarily like doing, because it means I'm at an elixir disadvantage. And he has the Valkyrie, so not so excited about that, but I'm going to freeze that, zap that, and get some arrows in there. I got to get as much damage as I can. That golem should be able to take the tower, and we should just be able to play defense, but never be too sure. Oh, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it'll be about... Oh, so if I had a zap, I could zap that. Oh, I do have a zap. So I'm going to place a golem up here just because. Wait out the time, and then I will place a zap. Should be able to take that. So I'm up with a good game, well played. And that was a different deck, guys. I haven't done a golem deck in a little while. I'm not really a huge fan of the golem, but that's okay. Let's see what our... Oh, well, I could do a friendly battle. Actually, never mind. He's done. That's one of the top players in our clan. Our clan's not that big. We got like 40 people. It's called as also. I'm the top, but these guys, surprisingly, you know how I was saying how I don't have any legendaries. This guy, legendary. And I asked him how, and he said just in a free chest. And I was in such awe. And then Animal Mother got the Ice Wizard. It's not in his current deck, but he has the Ice Wizard. And he got that in a magical chest. So I'm really hopeful that this magical chest right here will give me a legendary. A little bit of a chance to get one. Not a huge one, though. I've been watching a couple YouTube videos on Clash Royale, and they've seemed to say the magical number is 10 to 15% in a super magical chest, and those are pretty pricey. I have spent money on the game, and I bought one. I spent about $35, $40 on the game. But yeah, they are pretty expensive. Okay, so now we're going to do some counters. I am going to show you a counter for the Royal Giant deck. So any good counter for the Royal Giant is a cannon. Cannon and barbs are really important, and even minion horde. So I'm going to have the minion horde as well. Freeze is also pretty key. Zap, yes. I'm going to put the zap in for there, and then I think we have the horde already, but we need a push. You can't just go off that. So I'm going to put a hog in there. My hog's only level 5, but that's okay. I have the arrows, so do I need the zap? Oof. I'll take out these guys, and I can always use the barbs. And hopefully we get a Royal Giant deck, and if we don't, barbs are a pretty good counter for anything. But almost everyone up here uses the Royal Giant, so we'll see how this goes. Ooh, bad starting hand. I don't like having to start off with the Spear Goblins, but I will if I have to. And we do have the freeze spell. We're going to have to either freeze or zap. Hopefully freeze. Yep. Okay, we'll get a little bit of damage off there, and it's always good to just get some chip damage. And now we just got to wait for the defense. Now, I don't really want to place anything that will get destroyed by that Valkyrie. Even though it is at low health, it can still get some damage off of my barbs. And yes, this guy does have the Royal Giant. I'm going to wait till he gets closer, put my barbs down, zap everything, and they shouldn't get that much damage. It should be a pretty fair trade in comparison. I'm not going to get too greedy. I might get a little bit of damage there, but I don't want to get too greedy. So yeah, right there, guys, we got a pretty good elixir trade. I mean, not elixir trade, damage trade. I got 1814 on my tower, and he's got 1420. So it's a pretty fair trade. I'm going to place my elixir collector down. And let's see. What is he going to do? Ooh, fireball. Thank you. I'll take that trade, because even though that costs 4 and it does some damage to my tower, I'll get 2 shots off, 2 elixir pumps off on my elixir pump. Ooh, a little late on the freeze. Close, though. It almost didn't make it, but it did, nevertheless. Ooh, I got that Valkyrie to come over there. I'm not sure I want that. Gonna have to arrows that. Yep, good. I got the minions. I knew he had those. And I don't want to take any damage here, but yeah, I can't afford it. Oh, no. Oh, phew. That was close. I was assuming I was going to take some damage there. So yeah, guys, this is pretty good. Counter for the Royal Giant deck. We're actually really lucky that we got someone who plays the Royal Giant. Some people don't, but a lot of people at Arena 7 do, especially with the buff. I mean, it had one nerf, but it was like minus 4% in damage, and it literally did nothing. So I'm just going to have to place a hog on this side. Maybe he'll drop something that I won't like. So here's something I don't like doing. I'm going to have to let this guy get to me, and I'm going to have to waste a little bit of elixir. I'm going to have to freeze everything just so I can get that Royal Giant down. I'm going to have to arrow and zap that dragon, because, man, he does some damage to those barbs. Come on. Oh, he might get me here, guys. He might get me. Okay, this is my last resort. Oh, yep, it was my last resort, but in return, he took my tower. Okay, I'll hit him up with a good game. Okay, so that there was a pretty hard deck to face. I knew it would be a Royal Giant, and I had a counter. But still, that's a pretty good counter, guys. Maybe a hog wasn't the best choice. Maybe even a Royal Giant for the Royal Giant counter would work best. So tell me in the comments below, if you guys see the video, just tell me what you think a great counter for the Royal Giant deck is. I'm not going to do a counter for the Witch and Wizard Golem deck, the Go Wee Wee. But yeah, if you guys think you have a better or a really good combo that counters the Royal Giant, then just put it down in the comment section and I'll try it out, maybe even put in another video. So I'll catch you guys later. See ya.